things metal and the people of metal themselves and the history and everything else. Knowing people who they are, getting to know them, getting to know you guys is an honor of mine. And also, I'm sure that the metal artists will be awesomely or happily um, engaged later on once we get some people for interviews and bands to get to know you guys as well. I think that it's a great way for people to get to know each other and find out really what metal is all about for sure. And the thing about it is, we've always had this issue and problem with hold on one second here, sorry about that. Um, Problem with government and other things kind of interfering with what they think or they assume is bad. And this is basically a war of free expression. You want the history of the Filthy 15 and the PMRC hearings, but updated with the last 25 years of sonic rebellion. The government's tried to bury these riffs in 1985, but they've only spread the flames themselves. From D. Snyder's testimony to the modern bands, still pushing the boundaries of what political polite society can handle. This is the countdown of the censored, the banned, and the unapologetic songs that we've had, we all know and love. And I think a lot of people believe that this is one of those things that people, I just say, believe that, you know, they're evil or bad or something. And I guess they're trying to prove that with some of their censorship. And the thing is, the actual little logo he slapped on those records actually helped produce more sales than they probably did the opposite. Because if they had to exploit lyrics in them or sexual content, more of the kids wanted to buy them, especially people my age at the time when it first came out in 1985. Yeah, because we knew that those were the ones that we wanted to hear, because they're so awesome when it comes to the songs. So I'm hoping that you guys will take a ride back in time, and maybe even some of the newer songs today on our list for tonight for songs that will push the boundaries and basically helped us guide us through how you say a way of how you say in a censor trying to censor what we see and hear to the today where we have even more explicit lyrics usually and more dramatic songs themselves. I think that says a lot. We've come a long way, and we still got a long way to go. But the thing is, to me, it shouldn't be that way. It should be where people enjoy the music regardless of what they have on in the lyrics themselves. It's about the music. It's about the people. It's about the goals and dreams that they've had, and a lot of them are controversial, but I think a lot of them have somewhat of an important message on some of them, depending on which they are. Some of them are not. Depends on how you look at it. Number 20 is "Eat Me Alive" from Judas Priest. This one's cited for sex, target with sex and violence. Hello, how's it going? And cited for objectionable lyrics suggesting oral sex at gunpoint. The ultimate example of the PMRC's misrepresentation of metal storytelling. Now that's what they claim. That might not be what it is. Oh, my day is going phenomenal. How about yours? We had three more people subscribed last time, and I appreciate you guys for doing that. And the people who are still here. It was awesome. We got over 503 or 4 people now on the channel, which is great. The more people, the better, because that way you guys get to hear some new bands or maybe some old bands you might have not realized were even around. It's hard saying. Leather Rebel is from UDO, the disciple carrying the classic priest offensive leather aesthetic and high octane rebellion in the modern era. So there you go. That's more of a more modern one, I think. What's that? I'm only 9. Well, hello. How are you doing? I thought this was supposed to be for adults because I put down no kids, but that's okay. If you're here, you're here, you know. But we're talking about a subject that's, if you're nine, boy, and I'm 53, going to be this year, and this is a subject that was from 1985, or some of it is. It's where they were trying to ban explicit lyrics for children like yourself. But I'm not gonna. I don't think we're gonna get into too much of that kind of stuff. As far as what it's about. I mean, you might hear it, you might know about it, but just it's a warning. It's not meant for kids, so um, just as a warning to you and anybody else watching, because it's not like really bad. It's just talking about the songs that push that boundary. Um, into the into the coven, merciful fate as an occult tipper. Gore feared this track would lead kids to Satanism because of the detailed occult rituals and King Diamond's hunting delivery. So merciful fate into the covenant. Oh, covenant. Okay, sorry, I said that wrong. Anyway, so maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Hellathon is from Ghost. Discipline is taking the theatrical satanic panic aesthetics of the 80s and turning it into a global arena metal phenomenon, which I don't think I've ever seen this one or heard of it. So it'd be kind of interesting to find out. Do you like Bad Bunny? Okay. Well, he's your favorite. He's more of a rapper, kinda, but he also, from what I did hear some of his music. I was curious about it because I've heard so much about him. But the one thing I realized that, at least from what I've heard, it sounds like he used a lot of autotune. And my son, right out of high school or somewhere on there, he was listening to some music and he was wanting me to listen to this rap music and stuff. But it was all auto tune. And I go, okay, first of all, do you know if the artist that you're listening to actually can sing the vocals? And the reason why I'm saying that is, if he's got good, strong vocals, one, he wouldn't need the auto tune at all. Two, it might actually make his actual music sound even better. But to me personally, that's me. I don't know if he does use that all the time. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard saying. Not everybody likes certain bands, certain groups. For me, I'm not much of an auto tune person myself as far as musical talents go. But if you guys like it, hey, that's all that matters, right? Gotcha. He grooves. Anyway, well, y'all check out some of the metal bands. These guys can actually quite sing quite well. Well, I forgot. I'm not doing the numbers because they're all screwed up. Bastard is the name of the song from Motley Crue. The PMRC target violence is what it's about. Um, Extreme violence is what it has on their label. Language and hated the raw street level aggression of the shout at the devil era. So basically, if you've never heard that, you gotta check it out. These are pretty heavy stuff compared to Bad Bunny, because Bad Bunny is a little more lighthearted, more energetic. But there are some metal songs that are kind of the same way. Like I forgot what it's called. It's got Machine Head and like three other bands that play Lacuna Coil, I think, and I forgot the other two bands that were in it. But it's about the being who you are as a person, and don't let the rules define you. And that kind of goes with a lot of this stuff too. I mean, people shouldn't be telling other people how to listen to their music, even if you don't like, may not like their music, but still, just like Bad Bunny. I mean, he probably pushes some envelopes on a lot of things himself. Who knows? I don't know all the lyrics to some of the songs. I don't know that many of the songs myself personally. Um, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Never mind. Bastard Motley Crue. Disaster Piece is from Slipknot. It's targets of violence labeled for extreme violence and language. The PMRC hated the raw street level aggression. Oh wait, that's the shout of the devil. Providing lyrics of violence only to become more visceral and cataract in 25 years following the hearings. Interesting. That's kind of interesting. I didn't know they had hearings from Slipknot's Disaster Piece. I just love the music. Animal F Like a Beast from Wasp. It's PMRC's target was sex and language. This song has practically started the hearings. Wow. Blackie Lawless, blunt celebration of sex was the, I'll just call them PMs. Public Enemy number one. So Wasp really pushed the envelope on that. It's kind of crazy. Yep, he's mid. He proves a point. Mid what? Oh, he's gone. Okay, moving on. F Like a Beast. I can't say. I'm not gonna say that. Guar is who sings the song. Um, uh, see, continue Wasp shock rock legacy with even more absurdly and visual extremities. You know what? I think this is the wrong. No, I guess not. I thought maybe I was on the wrong list because I thought I asked to put more about what the song was about. Let's see here. Possessed is from Venom. For those Venom black metal fans out there, because I know somebody personally that definitely likes Venom a lot. This is targeted for because of the cult, cited for the overt satanic themes. The PMRC saw it as a literal recruitment tool for the dark side. There you go. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. It's pretty heavy, pretty somewhat into that realm there, I think, or pretty close to it. Black metal is the name of the song. Watan, I think is how you say the name. Modern black metal takes a primitive energy of Venom and turns it into a genuine spiritual ritual. Interesting. That's kind of different. High and Dry, Saturday Night from Def Leppard, which you wouldn't think that Def Leppard would have anything that's too controversial, but High and Dry does sound kind of like that. Saturday Night on its drug and alcohol use, label for promoting teenage drinking, iconic given its even milder tracks on the list, which is kind of crazy. I don't expect a Def Leppard to be like that at all, but apparently they had a few, push the buttons of certain people back in the day, which is kind of crazy. It's not super heavy, super not metal. Sugar Walls from Sheena Easton, which that really surprises me, but she does have stuff about sex apparently. Um, it's just its suggestive nature about getting was enough to get a pop star on a list alongside metal icons. There you go. Sheena Easton, can you believe that? That's crazy. And it's about sex. Apparently, Sugar Walls. Oh, I'm going to have to check that out just to see what it sounds like and maybe the lyrics to it. Trashed from Black Sabbath as drug and alcohol use. Gilligan's lyrics about a drunken car crash were seen as an endorsement for substance abuse instead of rather a warning. Yeah, I think that's basically what it sounds like because it's supposed to be a drunken car crash, not about trying to get drunk itself. So, Holy Diver from Killswitch Engage is a tribute to Ron James Dio, who spent his entire career fighting evil labels and defending metal fans as dreamers. There you go. I like that. I really do. And I like that song a lot. Holy Diver from Killswitch Engage. I never knew that's what that was supposed to be for, but it makes sense because I think I've heard remember some of the lyrics. Slaughterhouse, motionless in white. The discipline is highlighting the modern social, political violence and corruption, the kind of reality-based aggression that the PMRC still can't handle. Interesting. Necrophiliac from Slayer. This one is, though it's not the original 15, Slayer became the face of what the PMCR feared most, unapologetic and extreme extremities. Staring through the eyes of the dead from Cannibal Corpse. The discipline is the ultimate modern target of for censorship. They face a real world bans in Germany and Russia for their graphic lyrical content. So stare through the eyes of the dead from Cannibal Corpse, which is crazy. We're not gonna take it from Twisted Sister, which is definitely an old, probably one of the first 15 out there from Twisted Sister. Target is violence. The PMRC claimed PMRC. I'll make sure I said that right. Claimed the video promoted violence against parrots, leading Dean Snyder's legacy Senate testimony. Oh, there you go. We're not going to take any more. I don't quite think that's what it's about. I think it's about we're not going to take um, from what I remember of the song, we're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. In other words, we're not gonna take. Uh, Sometimes I think kids back in the day had some issues, problems where their parents were probably abusive of this, that, and the other. And it's to rise you up from abusive parents. I think that's my personal opinion on it. I believe. Who knows? I that could be I could be totally wrong on that, but that's what it's reminded me of. The sound of preservation, perseverance. Sorry, from death. This is the ultimate legacy. Chuck Schneider. I can't say it. Schneider. Provided metal wasn't filthy. It was complex, technical, and and a deeply human heart. The sound of perseverance. There you go. From death. So I just wanted to say they got some quite a few songs that are really good. Pull the Plug is another one from them that I really enjoy. I don't think I've heard this one, but I definitely need to check it out. So there you go. There's part of our list for tonight. What do you guys think? Do you think that we're still pushing those boundaries a little bit? I mean, the one thing I remember most back in the day when all this was going on, and the one thing that stands out to me more than anything is the Columbine shootings. And the thing is, a lot of people thought or believed that Marilyn Manson had all to do with those kids actually doing what they did. But the one thing that I remember better and more than anything else, especially at my age, because I was in high school or a little after high school, I'm trying to remember exactly when it happened. But the main thing I remember most of all, out of all of it, it's not so much the gun violence or the video games from the music or that, but the thing that they said and what they were doing is that they were looking for people that used to pick on them. I really believe that because they were the jocks, the people that were the preps, the people that were more popular, the people that fit in, I should say, were part of the in crowd, not the out crowd. I think that's where a lot of metal people come from, is the people that are ostracized from those kinds of groups. They they form their own identity in their own group, and that's why we like we what we like. And I think a lot of these organizations that believe that's all in the negative. It's like, no, actually, I think a lot of it speaks volumes when it comes to things like suicide and mental health and dealing with things that they've dealt with when they're kids. And yes, there might have been some things with drug use and this, that, and the other. And maybe that's the reason why they're on the drugs in the first place. Did you ever stop and think about that? Maybe the people that had some issues either with their family or people at school growing up or even somebody that picked on them. I think some of that kind of stems from some of that, I believe. And there's probably a lot of people that really could use some help, but that's one of the ways they dealt with it. It's kind of like alcohol. And I think a lot of metal artists now are seeing that some of that does not help them at all. I think a lot of them are actually doing more beneficial stuff for themselves than ever before. Maybe they still have some people that still do that, but honestly, I've heard a lot of people, they like even this one Stitched Up Heart. She was showing on the bus. She's got all these herbal teas and things like that to help with her vocals when she sings, so that way she's ready to go and she's not sick and all this other stuff. So she does a really good job trying to take care of herself. So the person that does that kind of stuff, doesn't seem like the person that would. They might drink some, but doing some of the other stuff, I believe. I don't think that's a part of what their main goal is. So even though that their songs are controversial, doesn't necessarily mean that that's who they are as a person. And that's one of the reasons why I started the channel in the first place, because I want people to get to know those people for themselves. I mean, because the song portrays the story, the story about them, their heartache, their maybe their struggles in life, possibly. And that's one of the things that'd be kind of cool, is to find out what those stories are about, right? I think so, and I do prove a point, right? So I'm hoping that if you never listened to any metal music before ever, and if you're new to that, please take the time to really do your homework. Listen to the lyrics, or read the lyrics. I think that says volumes. I mean, there's some lyrics that are, you know, can be to the point of this, that, and the other, but there I go. But it's specific for a certain reason, you know. I mean, it's like the good, the bad, and the ugly, but the aggression is how to get it out. Helps you, you know. It's kind of like the, what do they call those rooms where they, you know, the people bash things to get their frustrations out. That's what kind of metal concerts are a little about. But we don't bash things. Well, we, yeah, sometimes with the mosh pit they push people a little bit, which is a little bit much. But for me especially, because I'm not the best in certain physical, you know, things. But anyway, I will let you guys go. Thanks for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and thanks for the likes and subscribes. You guys mean the world to me, and I'm sure that the metal artists and all the people who work out there, like the security guards and stuff like that, even though they kind of get a little antsy with us, you know, or get a little short sighted, and the people that work there, you know, because it gets pretty hectic and kind of busy there. So be patient with them, and I'm sure they will be patient and kind to you. So thanks for watching. Take care. Don't forget to headbang, like, and subscribe, and make sure you thank those people for what they do, because those people are doing a job. They're getting paid to do it, but they love what they do, and they do it for a very specific reason as well. But they also do it for you guys as well. So thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good night.